Hello friends, welcome to Tricks. In this video, we will be learning about constitutional developments for our ease. I have divided these videos into few smaller videos. In this video, I will be dealing with two acts, Regulating Act of 1773 and Pitt's India Act of 1784. So before we move towards Regulating Act of 1773, we should know some background related to this Regulating Act, why this act was formed. We know that East India Company came to India solely as a trading company, but soon they found it difficult to pay from their own pockets for the trade they did in India. So they started interfering in the political affairs of India, which led to the Battle of Buxar in 1764. This Battle of Buxar was fought between East India Company led by Hector Munro and the combined forces of Nawab of Bengal Mir Qasim, Nawab of Awadh and the forces of Shah Alam II, the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. But the combined forces was defeated by the East India Company and Treaty of Allahabad was signed. This Treaty of Allahabad gave the Diwani rights to East India Company to collect the taxes from the eastern provinces of Bihar, Bengal and Odisha. Now they got the rights to raise the revenues, they acquired land, but the politicians in Britain did not like this. They thought that whatever land was acquired by East India Company belonged to the crown in Britain. So they demanded for more control over East India Company, and for this Lord North brought a bill in the House in Britain which came to known as the Regulating Act of 1773. It was called Regulating Act because it was brought to control the affairs of the East India Company. Now the important features of this Regulating Act. First of all, since we know the background of this act, we will be able to remember the features of this act. In this act, Governor of Bengal was made Governor General of Bengal and Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of Bengal. This act was the first step towards centralization of administration in India. For this, the two presidencies, Madras and Bombay presidencies, brought under the control of Governor General of Bengal, which means the two presidencies, Madras and Bombay, did not remain independent but came under the control of Bengal presidency. The Governor General of Bengal now had 4-member executive council to assist. Now the political function of company was this, which it means that political function of company was recognized through this act by providing a 4-member executive council. Second most important provision of this act was a Supreme Court at Calcutta was established. Third, the Court of Directors were required to report on its revenue, civil and military affairs in India. This important feature led to more control of British Crown over the affairs of the company. Now the Court of Directors were required to report everything related to its revenue, civil and military affairs in India to the British Parliament. Fourth feature was officials of East India Company were prohibited from taking any kind of bribe or getting involved in any kind of private trade in India. These features allowed the British Crown to have a control over the affairs of the company. Yet it was not considered sufficient enough. Therefore, Amending Act of 1781 was brought. Now, sometimes questions are asked in prelims, which act was brought to amend the Regulating Act of 1773? The answer will be 1781 Amending Act and not the Pitt's India Act of 1784. Although this 1781 Act did not plug all the loopholes in the Regulating Act of 1773, and therefore that Pitt's India Act was brought, but the answer would be the 1781 Amending Act was brought to amend the features of Regulating Act. Now moving to Pitt's India Act 1784. This Pitt's India Act divided the functions of company into two parts. One was commercial function, which was already there, and the another function was political function. Earlier, the Governor General of Bengal, with the help of its executive council, did the political function, but now the political function was separated from the commercial function. For commercial functions, there were board of directors already existing. A new board of control was created, a 6-member board of control whose members were nominated by the king. This board of control had the power to supervise all the civil, military and revenue functions of the East India Company. So you can see that how the Crown in Britain took over the control of East India Company. So few important things related to Pitt's India Act 1784. First, company's territories in India were for the first time called the British possessions in India. Second, the British government was given the supreme control over company's affairs and its administration in India. Since the board of control had the members solely nominated by the Crown, so the Crown had control over company's affair now. There was now a joint government of the company and British Crown in India. How the joint government? Through the board of control and board of directors. And fourth, the company was to be represented by the court of directors and the Crown was represented by the board of control. So these were the features of Pitt's India Act 1784. I am ending this video here only so that the video remains short and you are able to revise the important facts related to these two important constitutional developments. If you want me to make more such videos, please put that in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like button and subscribe to our channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.